Greetings, YouTube. So I'm going to link to a story about a woman that unfortunately at one point got cervical cancer, a horrible disease. Cancer just sucks. Fuck cancer. Um, and she wanted to have her uterus removed for this reason. Just, I want a hysterectomy, get it all gone. Not only would it clear out the cancer itself, but it would greatly reduce her possibility that she would get other types of cancer related to her reproductive system. Makes absolute perfect sense. Her doctor said no. Why? Because you see, she was in the child rearing time of her life. She was still fertile. And the doctor did not think it was in her best interest to sterilize her when she still had the potential for having children, even though she was in constant pain. The doctor just wouldn't do it. Eventually, she was able to find another medical provider that was willing to help her, and she was able to have the hysterectomy done, and it was greatly improved her life, and of course removed the cancer completely. Um, but I am both enraged and baffled by this. Why is it that a doctor has not just an opinion about what a patient should or shouldn't do, but she's just going to dictate to their patient what they should or shouldn't do? Now, if a guy wants to have his tubes snipped, no arguments. No one ever argues. No one protests. There are no laws about this. There are no public stances, no social media campaigns about how horrible this is. Nope, not a goddamn word. And if a man were to have testicular cancer, no one's going to say, no, you should keep those cancerous testicles, because you might want to have children someday. I personally would not want to have children if I had cancer, because I would think that that would be a bad set of genes, but that's just me. I don't have kids. Never wanted them. Still don't. But when it comes to women's reproduction, everybody's got an opinion. And everybody thinks that they know best, whether it's a doctor or a politician. But it's infuriating, the kinds of hoops that women have to jump through before they'll actually get someone to say, yes, we will in fact take care of this procedure for you. Even if the person, they're 40 years old and they said, I've never wanted kids and I want my fallopian tubes gone so I don't have to worry about this problem anymore. And they can still have to fight, tooth and nail to achieve that end, as well as the cost. Because insurance companies, for some strange reason, fight this kind of thing. Why? Financially, it makes a hell of a lot more sense for an insurance company to pay for sterilization than it's going to be to pay for a pregnancy, and then of course all the attributed costs to an infant and then a child all the way up through their age of 26. Wouldn't it make more sense for an insurance company to, as soon as somebody says, I'd like to be stared, to say yes, we will in fact pay for your sterilization 100%. Because from a physical position, that just seems to be the smart decision to make. Not to mention, it's what the patient wants, and it isn't burdening someone with huge bills for something that shouldn't cost them anything at all. I'm a big proponent of the concept of Medicare for all, because it would save 68,000 lives per year and $450 billion. It's the moral and fiscally smart thing to do, which is of course why we fight it tooth and nail in America. So I'd like to hear from any women out there who've had to go through this. Have you had to fight for your right to be sterile? Have you had doctors just flat out refuse to do procedures because they involved your reproductive system? I'd like to get some stories about this if I could. Again, this enrages me and baffles me, but it also fascinates me.